All right, all right, all right, familia. Let's go. Let's go, familia. Let's go. Let's go. What's going on?
Sí, hermano,
Dígamelo, bro. ¿Qué es lo que, con qué es lo que?
viendo este mercado, ¿y qué es lo que está haciendo ese mercado?
Hermano, lo que yo expliqué, ¿cómo que qué es lo que está haciendo?
Ah, ¿tú lo explicaste dónde?
Pero, bro. Ah, ¿verdad? Que tú no estás en eso. Yo hice una sesión. So I did a session last night. So, hey, what's up, Renee? How are you? I did a session last night where I explained um a higher end of how things work on when it comes to liquidity. And basically that's what the market is doing right now. So I have the levels of where liquidity is sitting but from lower sessions. So emotional traders are in the market, but obviously even emotional traders are driven by liquidity. And all they do is seek where liquidity, big liquidity is sitting. Emotional traders are kicking in the market hard because optimism in the market. Seeking for this area, you see how the market is reacting to it? It's reacting a little bit, but we got to not wait for the market to actually react on this. Bringing the market down, breaking the structure, and well, this is the break of a structure here, but we want to see a push down. So you go down into the 1 minute time frame to see a lot more details. And in here, you are going to seek for an Elliott wave forming down. Eventually. I'm looking at the market at a 1 hour time frame. You see, liquidity is sitting right here above, always above. So these might push a little bit higher, even here to clear stop loss, just smart money, and then pushing the market down. But we need to seek more confluences for the market to come down. No confluences, no jump into any trade. What's up, Renee? What's up, Josh? I still have my office quite a mess here. Floors is completely ruined. My fish are in tanks right now. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day trying to save some of the stuff that I got and then moving things around here and get ready for the new studio because this is gonna be a whole new set. All right, so I'm bringing the market to the 5 minute time frame to seek for an entry. But we are not jumping into any traps. We're not jumping into traps. Remember, familia, if you are new to the chat, please hit like and subscribe so you can help the community to grow and expand. This is just the beginning of something big, familia, something big. I have a personal commitment of bringing at least, minimum, at least 10 people to the other side. It is great to feel there, to live there. No more, no more struggling, no more financial problems. And let's wait, familia. You see, we're not having any FOMO. 90% of the time, traders need to wait for their opportunities. They just need to wait. Josh says, glad your electronics are safe. It is, yeah, I can say that. I have a big tower on the floor that displays a bunch of information, like on a screen I have on the top of me. That's gone. That's like gone. So I am blind on that. And most of the stuff, it's always above the floor. So I don't have like wires on the floor or anything like that. Everything is like really neat in my office until this problem happened. And now I have to, yeah. Redo everything. I know exactly what I want. I just got to do it. And take some of this stuff out because there's too much in here. So yes. Now we just have to wait for me. Wait for the opportunity. Emotional traders will eventually get out of the market and technical traders will kick in. Ay, ay, ay. I just don't like to see those two tanks in the bottom. My poor fish are there. I have oxygen right now going on and they're safe. But I gotta move things around here. I'm just a little bit mad that my floor got so damaged. There's a lot of water damage on my floor and because I have hardwood. So all that has to come out. And that's a big job. Because I gotta bring everything out of this room. Well, I have to do it anyways. I'll pay somebody to do it. It's okay. And see, I am the person that like to do a lot of this stuff in my house. And I have a problem with contractors that are irresponsible. And there's a lot of those around. So to avoid headaches, a lot of the times I'd rather do things on my own if I have the time. But if I don't, then I look for reliable contractors. And it's really hard to find one.
¿Tú crees que yo estaba mirando el mercado? Yo no estaba, yo ahora fue que lo vine a ver. Yo estaba en una reunión y ahora vine a
All
ver qué es
right,
lo que estaba.
let's go, let's go, let's go.
Y va
Just
a seguir
waiting,
subiendo.
waiting, 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 waiting. Most people are waiting as well. Waiting because they understand what the market is supposed to be doing. But if emotional traders are right now in control, this could be a temporary pullback, right? And then pushing the market higher. So how do we wrap this? How do we control what we're looking for? First, we understand where liquidity is sitting, obviously. Here, I mentioned in price inducement, right? It cleared this point, clear this point, clear this point. Now coming to where everything started. So the question is, are sellers, the sellers that are here, the orders that are here, are a lot bigger than the ones that are pushing the market up? That is a question that most people have. Definitely the market is reacting to it, but not enough momentum to bring the market down at the moment, this very second, because the majority of the volume was pushing up. And it can continue pushing higher and even higher and higher and higher because emotional traders act like that. But obviously in the market, there's a lot of algorithm, there's software, right? That it has also a technical aspect of it. Emotional traders are people, okay? Humans. Software has no emotions. We can call that the part of being a technical. Also, there's humans that are very technical behind all of this stuff, making decisions for investors. But this is driven by emotion. The big candle like that, 100% emotional traders in control. So what we do now, we wait for the market. You see that, familia? You see how it's like trying to keep going, moving higher and higher and higher. It's just battling that area. All you need to do is just wait. But what do you do here? You apply your strategy. The strategy that I use is Elliott waves. You guys know that. And at this point, we are measuring this entire area all the way up. We know the levels that this is supposed to go, But remember, and a strategy is just a set of rules that has been proven over time that works. But rules are meant to be broken. And they are broken usually by emotional traders because they don't care. All they need to do is money. So if you're going to be fighting with them, you have to let them be. Because you don't know what's in their mind. You have to let them be and just have a game plan. And what is your game plan at this point? You know that liquidity was sitting here, just came through. Boom, 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 boom. It's right sitting on this area, right? So you're expecting the market to fall down. That's what most people are waiting right now. But if it falls down, it needs to fall down. And anyway, number one, that we don't know how far it's going to go, then a retracement to a imbalance to fill up an imbalance. But why do I seek for an imbalance? Because an imbalance is literally a sign that there is now a shift in the market, meaning that if emotional traders were in control, now technical traders will kick in, and selling the market hard, pushing the market hard down, right? And that's what we're seeking, because that's a confirmation that I understand that now the other side is going to start hitting the market hard and bringing the market to fill up this entire candle back all the way down where liquidity again is sitting. So if you're selling from the top, your next target should be where liquidity is sitting. And this is London. Remember, this is a session liquidity. So London is right here. The London higher high. It might come, boom, react to it again, pushing the market back up. Probably. All right. So if you are selling, right, this is the first target. And all of that here are targets for whatever you're doing in the market. Okay. And how are you gonna jump into a trade? Elliott wave number one, seeking for the imbalance or fair value gap, reaction to the fair value gap, and then pushing the market down. Elliott wave number three, EW3, payway 3. That's the one you're looking for. Okay. And it might be a long one, depending on the size of this. And around here might do an Elliott wave number 4, pushing the market back up to probably 60% of this entire thing. And then Elliott wave number 5, pushing the market now where everything started all the way here to the bottom. That's a perfect scenario. Obviously, it's what I have seen in the market doing quite a lot, but the market has a mind of its own. It can do anything. It can now truly just push the market even higher and give you different levels of a structure. It can do a lot of things. So all we need to do is develop a really good game plan and wait for it. Just wait for it, familia. Don't get desperate. Just wait for it. Like, I understand what the market can do at any given time, depending on the scenario. And in most cases, all you need to do is just wait. All right. So Lisa says, looking for one myself to renovate the house. I know I had really bad experiences with contractors, Lisa. Like really, really bad experiences. I'm a person that when you tell me something, I count on that. And contractors like to tell you one thing and then 3 weeks later tell you something different. And I don't like that. Especially when I'm paying a lot of money for certain things. That's why I'd rather do things on my own. I love to do things on my own. Because that way I have control over it. I know exactly what I want, when it's going to be ready, and I should do it. But there are times that you just have to let the professionals work and do the job because they do it daily and they will definitely do it better than you. And I always have that in mind. And also, you got to help the community, right? Can't be just doing everything on your own. But anyways, as you guys see, the market just froze up there. I know we got news events happening in the afternoon. We got red folders actually. At 2 p.m. we have FOMC mid-minutes. Not a big deal, but it just made a minute. So maybe sometimes the investor react to it, and most of the time it's just a little scratch. Luis, on the 24 hours, high, lower, low. Is it the day before? No, this is like the last 24 hours. That's what I'm talking about. The last 24 hours. I didn't highlight here the 48 hours right now, which I should have because I'm seeing it on my broker. I'm just didn't want to do it here. But you can do also 48 hours. My templates have all that information for the 48 hours. So I encourage you to do it. The thing is, if you do that, your entire screen is gonna become like elaborate, like it's just gonna become too overloaded with so many things. And you want to make things simple, as simple as you can. You don't want to overload your screen with lines and so many things. Just understand what you're looking for. If you're doing scalping, this is what I'm doing right now. Um, just highlight the last 24 hours so you understand your levels. Focus in the last 15 minutes of the market so you understand the structure, and execute in the 1 and 2 minute. If you're doing scalp, if you're doing intraday or swing, then yes, you need to now go navigate in the higher time frames and do all that funky stuff. So Nvidia leaves on 4 trillion as Wall Street shakes off tariff concerns. Yeah, so Nvidia is definitely taking care of this. And the reason why the market is doing that is because now Trump pushed the tariff situation even more. So let's see Finbits. And we're gonna get a very green market. Wow, look at Nvidia. 2.49% increase. Apple has not done anything. Yeah, the entire market is just green. Green, like a parrot. The big ones are green. The big corporations, Meta, Google, Amazon, Nvidia, Microsoft, all green. So yes. Now, news event. Let's see. What do I have that in there? Close. I don't want to see stuck. Rebound as Wall Street awaits for Federal Minutes real-time updates. So the Federal Minutes, it's in the afternoon. The reason why I say that's nothing is because for the longest time in every Federal Minutes uh news event, a lot of people are waiting for the market to actually have a big reaction. It is really not. It is just doing a little thing, little scratch, and then like staying exactly where it is. It pisses me off. It's supposed to give you some volume, but it has not. So probably this will be a slow day. Let's see. It is already 10:09. We have another hour and a half for London, and then it will be just New York navigating alone all afternoon. Stock market, Trump, big beautiful bills lashes, CBP funding was 3 months a year. Nvidia become first company to clinch 4 trillion in the market value. What? Yikes, that is huge. Familia, for those who don't follow technical things in the world, just so you know, Nvidia, it is a very strong company that now it has a big impact in the AI industry. So all these companies that are opening a bunch of farms in the United States, in Texas, all across the United States and the world are using their microprocessors. And that company will definitely, it is actually making a big impact in the market. AI, it will drive the market as of this year, next year, and the coming years. AI is a big thing right now. So all these tech companies are going to be with high numbers. For those who like to do stocks, you just follow them. Okay. And obviously, because we're doing indices, we definitely need to pay attention to that, especially for those US 30 traders that Nvidia, it's there. We can take a look at it. Look at that. Oh, hmm, that's interesting. All right. It didn't quite different than US and NASDAQ. Let me see. Yes, it is. I believe because it was coming up for the longest time. Uh, it's different. SB 500, similar move as NAS and Ross. So let's see, US 2000. It is. Let me put this here. There you go. Doing a very similar move as NAS. Okay. As US 30. All right. So okay. Let's just wait, familia. All we need to do is just wait. Any questions, familia, about any other thing? We can look at gold right now. Let me save this. Gold. What is this? This is old stuff. This is very, very, very old. Let me remove that. Let me remove this. But it's still within the correction. Well, actually, should have just leave it there. Should be good enough. Still a valid trade. If he's doing the correction, he's going to be doing 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, then 3 points up. So 1, 2, 3. For gold, familia, gold. Those gold diggers. Who's a gold digger? All right, familia, remember to hit subscribe, please, to help the community, and hit that like button. That would definitely help us to keep growing and expanding our knowledge to the community for free. What's going on? What's going on? One second here. All right, all right, all right. Okay, so NAS is not giving us the push we're looking for. It might happen in the afternoon, and that's okay. I mean, I'd rather not risk it. I'm gonna go now to the 1 minute time frame. I was looking at the 1 hour time frame to eliminate a lot of the noise. Okay, so you see the triangle, this the square here. This is what is called the kill zone in ICT concepts. This square, which they say it is always from 10 to 11. I personally say that is random. I don't like to follow that. I like to say that is random. And when I say it's random, it can happen between 9:30 all the way down to 11:30. And you have to take into consideration a lot of factors. a lot of things that are happening in the market, news events, the sentiment of the market, where you are in, and understand where liquidity is sitting and the purpose of the investors. You have to read it. Right now, I'm reading what they're doing, obviously. What should I be selling if the market is just constantly pushing up? Oh, because it reached an area here that it was supposed to come down? No. You have to understand what they're doing so you don't fall into a trap. Most traders fall into a trap because of that. They get FOMO and they just go and take the trade. They said, oh, it hit this little line here. Because it hit this line, now I'm going to trade. That's not enough confluences for you, my friend. You have to wait for better structure, better confirmation that yes, now buyers are in control, or yes, now sellers are in control. It's just about who is in control in the market, buyers versus sellers. Okay? Always, 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 always think like that. So do you trade gold for futures? Yes, you can. Yeah. It is GC. That is thing for gold. GC on futures. You can even trade Bitcoin. Also the euro. Some of this instruments that you can take on, they are in futures, just different name and different pricing, but it's the same thing. I think I have it all here. Let's see here. Some of this stuff. Where is it? Ah, here. There you go. This is euro micro for euro USD futures. You see it right here. And then you got here silver, gold. This is US 30, ES 500, NAS. That have the macro and on the top here, everything with an M. And then you have the macro, E-mini, sorry, here. And in TradingView, anything that has that sign here is a continuation of the contract, right? You don't need to seek for another contract every time it expires. So you can leave it without seek for that instead of, because you know the contract expires every month. I share you guys a list of how they're determined, right? But when you put that exclamation mark, it will go and just update itself to the latest contract every time. It's a continuation of the contract. And this here, it is crude oil for those oil traders. You see, like there's so many things that you can trade in futures, including Forex. All right. And for those who wonder, okay, because I highly recommend Take Profit Trader as a broker. If you guys want to buy accounts, let me know. I'll help you out on that. But if you want to trade directly into TradingView, you can do that as well. You don't need to trade with Tradeaway, which is a broker, which is a platform that I use right now. You can trade with trading. So you can put your buys and sells directly from here. And it's beautiful because now you just see what it is doing right now. You click on buy or sell or buy limit or sell limit. But I use TradingView just to chart because it's easy. But and then I execute directly in my broker. But because I have all this automation in my broker, I like to I don't even see TradingView most of the time. All right, let's go, familia. Let's go. I am in the 1 minute time frame. And okay, see, the market seems to be coming into this area here and it is respecting it. So It is a little bit of consolidation right now. All right, so you guys know how we do it. If we're doing a scalping, you know how it is. But familia, remember one thing that I showed you guys. Liquidity is being built everywhere, including in the 1 minute time frame. So all of this stuff that was happening here, guess what? So the market can come and wipe out all this thing here and grab more liquidity and keep pushing the market up. Okay. For those who participated in yesterday's session, and I explained with a lot of details about how liquidity is being built, um, just always have that in your mind. Always. That should be your one priority in your as a trader. Never mind the strategy. Because you can use any strategy and keep trading the same way. Ichimoku clouds, Elliott waves, all that stuff. But liquidity, it is the number one priority of all traders in the world. Because that is what pushes the market, is the fuel that push the market. And if you understand where it's sitting, you are always going to win. I promise you that. Just get really good understanding where that is sitting. Order blocks, all that fun stuff. It's there, but there's more into it. And if you don't know where liquidity is sitting, it's because you are probably the liquidity. You're just waiting there to be eaten alive. All right, so the market is pushing temporarily down. I am seeing a lot of details right now in the market. A lot of details, a lot of information I want to visualize. And it might be coming down soon. I have to be really, really careful with this market right now. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So you gotta trade with lower lot sizes and just wait for a reaction. Let's go, familia. Let's go. Mamacita. Let's go. So you can say this, okay, is this an alleyway number one? Alleyway number two? Alleyway number three? Maybe? Is it? Or is this an alleyway number one completely coming down? Can somebody tell me on the chat? Is this entire thing an alleyway number one, or is this just alleyway number one, two, three? Can somebody in the chat tell me? What will you consider that? What could it be an alleyway one? All right, let's see. Just wait for the opportunity, familia. Don't get desperate because things can happen. She will measure, yes, but it won't. It won't. Can you? I won't. Can you tell me, like, if you're seeking for an alleyway number one, to understand what is an alleyway number one, what will you do? You measure, yes, but remember, we don't know how far this thing can go. But we understand what type of well an alleyway can be. And what does it mean by that? By what is an alleyway number one is a question. What is the structure of an alleyway number one? So depends on the time frame. Right now, hit 88% to be number two. Correct. Correct. Depend on the time frame. It's a good thing to say. But let's say right now I'm looking at the 1 minute time frame. I'm not looking at anything else. And I'm expecting to see an Elliott wave number one here. So right now, yes, impulsive wave, correct. It is an impulsive wave. But what is an impulsive wave? What is an impulsive wave? Like, what is it? Like, what is the shape of an impulsive wave? Like one candle pushing down? It's impulsive. You cannot measure. That is 110% correct. But like what I'm trying to get you guys is to understand when if you're looking for like a lot of people get confused understanding what is an Elliott wave one. Like when do they know that this thing will stop and be like, okay, this is it. This is the Elliott wave number one that I was looking for, and therefore now we're gonna see an Elliott wave number two. What is that? If you're looking at the 1 minute time frame, because the 1 minute time frame gives you a lot of details. And even if you look in the 30-second time frame, they give you a lot more details. Right now, I'm looking at the 22-second time frame. 22-second time frame in my broker. And I share this with you guys, that template, so you can see it too. It's slowly bleeding out, familia. It's slowly bleeding out, slowly. And honestly, familia, I don't care if this thing just collapses and if it doesn't move, because I am seeking for something in very like a particular move of the market, and anything can happen. I don't want the market to trick me and then me losing money. All these moves are always there to trick you, and if you don't have a game plan, don't execute. Be okay with a cash day. Don't get FOMO. Don't get that desperation of, oh my God, I'm wasting my time sitting here and not trading. I need to trade because I'm not making money. You are not just making money, you are learning and filling up your head with really good information that will help you in 2 days to make $5,000 that will come $5,000 that will compensate for the day of today, the day of tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow if you don't have to trade. Think like that so you don't get desperate. Okay? That you're not wasting your time. You're waiting for an opportunity. Imagine you're in the ocean just fishing and you don't get anything. You're gonna say, well, I lost it. No, you gotta wait for the opportunity where the fish are so you can actually grab a ton of fish, and that will compensate for the other days that you didn't take any fish. Okay? That way this will help you with your FOMO a lot. Look at that. Look at that, familia. Isn't that a beauty? Isn't that a beauty? And yeah, I understand that because I've been there many times. We all think that we're wasting our time. We're not wasting our time. All right, so we're getting a big move right now going on, and this is what I'm looking for. This fair value gap, but this fair value gap here, wow, this is just bleeding the entire area down again. That's totally fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. This is brutal. Remember, familia, in this broadcast, I cannot tell you exactly entry points. I am not supposed to because now this is a public channel. And whoa, 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 that is a big move. Did not support trading, trade did not support. Wow. Still collapsing. Still collapsing. What's going on? So it went straight into wow, 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 wow. What is the market doing? It is growing crazy. Oh, yeah. It is definitely falling. Eating out all that fair value gap. All that fair value gap. It didn't hold it there. Let's see. Is it gonna come up? Is it gonna go down? Okay, it's just waiting, the waiting game. That was a drastic move. Elliott way number 3. Now I might do another way number 4. So again, familia, and this is a public chat. I cannot tell you where to get in or buy or sell. I cannot do that, but I will tell you where you can do your own trades. Okay, I will tell you the setup that I am doing, so you can profit from that. Big reaction of the market. You see how the market came down to the fair value gap here? Boom. Liquidity. Remember, familia, liquidity. This is what this is all about. Remember when we started the session that I talked to you guys that when these things fall, it's going to seek for the next liquidity pool, which is here in this area. There will be a reaction to it, and then potentially seeking for the next ones, which is here, right there. I actually gave you the lay down. You can this is recorded. You can go back into it. How the way will display here. It said way number 1, 2, 3, and I said 4 here, pushing the market up, and then continuation. Way number 5, pushing the market down, seeking for this liquidity here. Okay, that was the game plan when everything started. That's exactly what I mentioned. You guys can go into it. This is recorded. This area here is a key element. And it reacted to it. Boom, pushing the market back up. If this is an 8-way number 4 measure, that 38% minimum. And then because this 8-way one here, it is just too long. Too long, this one here. If it does recover all the way up, which it can, will be a problem. But measure the 38%. This is doing right now a continuation flag. If you go into the 5-minute time frame, you can 2-minute time frame, you can see it here. It will be a continuation flag. And that is totally valid for a correction of Elliott number 4. Now you wait for Elliott number 5. Okay? That's the strategy behind this. Remember what I said, emotional traders in control, pushing the market up, boom, 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 NVIDIA, boom, 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 emotional trader kicking in. Now technical traders kick in. Technical traders kick in. You see how technical this was? 1, 2, You know what I meant, Yedlin? You see how technical this was? That is a move you're waiting for. I took a very nice trade there. Very nice trade. Very, very, very nice. Cannot complain. And now we're number 5, familia. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Now you understand liquidity. I explained it to you yesterday why I always like to trade this way, why we always win every single morning. Why? And don't get FOMO, don't get desperate, right? You see that, my friends? You just have to wait for the opportunity. Understand where liquidity is sitting is number one for you. What investors are trying to do in any given moment. Why are you now buying if the market was totally collapsing? Why are you now selling if the market is going up? There's always a reason why, right? There's always a reason why. And the reason is seeking for liquidity so you can push the market in the direction they're supposed to do. They need to fill up orders. And in order to fill up these orders, they need to be pushed by liquidity, by money, by cash. These transactions are cash, money, okay, liquidity. Why we trade around this time? Because it's a combination between liquidity and volume. Those are the two things that we want to see in the market for us to make money. Liquidity and volume. No volume or low volume, low pushes in the market. So look at that. This is coming to London 24-hour. Like this thing here, it will just do it slowly. It doesn't have to be so drastic, like really, really hard. It will be a slow bleed. But remember, familia, after an L wave 5, then you got a correction pushing the market back up. Also, need to take in consideration that this Elliott wave here, when you have a very long Elliott wave number 3, Elliott wave number 5 usually goes to the 100% of Elliott wave number 1 or the 130%. But I like to aim it to the 100% first. The size of it, it should be 100% of Elliott wave number 1 at least. And then poof, correction kicks in. And a correction will be another Elliott wave. And then you just have to do the same thing that you did in the very top. Elliott wave number 1, measure, Elliott wave number 2, boom, execution Elliott wave number 3. And cash, these waves of the market pushing up and down and you making money and thinking about that vacation that you're gonna get, that flight to, Australia, that crazy, all that fun stuff. All that fun stuff. It's going to be there for you. You can do whatever you like. You can do whatever you like. Yeah. It is a very profitable day for us, Familia. Thank you, Lord, for everything, including my office, how it is. I am very grateful for this. Believe it or not, I am. Because it's funny. I was just talking to my wife 2 days before all this thing happened, and I was just giving her a layout of the studio I want to build. I've been discussing with her even moving out of my office to in another location, and she goes like, "Why do you want to go to another location? Like you're okay at home." And I say, "Yeah, but it's just like I want to have something different." I was thinking about even like um renting a warehouse where I can just bring my car inside and do all that fun stuff, buy like a huge projector. Like I was thinking big, but my wife wants to keep it simple. And I said, all right, you know what? Let me just focus on what I got here. But I said, well, I need to renovate this. My problem was my fish tank. And I said, man, I just feel bad for those guys. I don't want to like move them around. And she goes like, yeah, that's true. The very next day, the whole office was like filled with water. I'm like, what happened? you know, but you got to think positive. You got to think, maybe God is pushing you to better things. So I say, you know what? Yeah, let's just take it like that. So, but again, my fish are quite big, so they need a big home. I cannot leave them in that tank for too long before they get mad at me. And then they want to eat me, make me sushi. All right, so again, familia, this is going to be a slow bleed, seeking for liquidity that is sitting in the sessions. Okay. Slowly bleed the market down. It's a measure, measure, measure. Okay. So you can maximize your profits here. Measure. But the mindset of an investor is seeking for liquidity. And right now, they are in areas very close to sessions liquidity. 24-hour higher. This is the 24-hour lower low. So imagine if you bought here. Well, at this point, anybody that bought here did a trading stop. So everything got clear. A lot of the stuff got clear around this area. So the market might even try to push even lower, the London lower low here. Well, we'll see. We'll see. These Elliott 5 can go deep in some cases. Really key. Really deep. To be as you are. Not maybe. Does this look like a wave 3 inside a wave 5? Measure, my friend. Measure. To me, it's still a native wave 4. To me. But I could be wrong. Just measure. It tells you where a technical trader is what a technical trader is looking at. But anything can happen, my friends. Anything can happen. So I am looking. What is this doing? Oh my God. I'm looking at ES 500. Remember that ES 500 will do the move before NAS. So ES 500 is going down hard. And it's literally, there are two key things where liquidity is also sitting. That is a pre-market data and initial. I always have. I love to see the initial balance. That's something else that I will explain in another occasion. But I like to visualize it. And this is data where liquidity is also sitting. And right now, ES 500 is literally right at it. That's why you see the market doing this up and down a lot. But I would love to see a reaction to this, to the downside, because liquidity is sitting here. There's more liquidity sitting around these areas here. And this is the one that matters the most right now. The Asia here. You see all this stuff here? It is crazy. But we are a few hours away from um that news event at 2 o'clock. An investor might want to hold it off until that comes out. I don't know. We're just working with probabilities and we got to do our best to understand what the market is doing. It is a very profitable day. I'm up by a lot of points. I lost on that drastic move. It was very nice. The good thing is that I would talk about the game plans. We establish a game plan, we follow it. We establish a game plan and we follow it. That's all we do. So we know technically where we are. We know technically where we should be going after. Okay. So let's see. Let's just wait for a minute. Let's just wait. I am right now running on a partial trade of 25% because you guys know I closed 75% of my trade already. And that is just trailing stop this thing like crazy. I hope it doesn't kick me out. All right, let's see. It might be doing an Elliott wave. 1, 2, 3. Trying to push the market up? No, I don't think so. Okay. What is the market doing? Oh, yo. All right. All right. All right. All right. And it's coming down like a hot potato. Of course. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, 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 yes. Drastic move, seeking for more liquidity. Let's go to that pre-market data. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go. Let's go, familia. Let's go. London, 24-hour, seeking for more liquidity. All right. So you see how we went to the London now higher high? It literally just went through it like butter. And it might just keep pushing lower. I don't know. It's the reaction of the area now. It's sick for that area, and now is going to either consider pushing to the lower ones or have a reaction now to the upside. One of the twos. You just have to wait for me. You just have to wait. Don't get FOMO, okay? I'm still on a sell. That's what I'm saying. I'm still selling the market. But this is the behavior of the market. You see why it's so important to highlight these sessions? Now you guys see it, right? That's how we're always winning, familia. That's how we're always winning. That's how we're always winning, 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 winning. That's all we care. It might just continue because of inducement of price to the other sides here. I'm not sure if it's going to do that in one push, but let's just wait. Let's just wait. I'm still selling. I'm still selling, 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 and making money, 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 money. Money, money, money. Show me the money. Show me the money. This reaction that you guys see here, it is based on the London 24-hour high. I mentioned to you guys the key. This is also how I determine my POIs. A huge, huge point of it. Remember the structure that I shared with you guys, showing you the structure of the market and the mindset of a trader, right? The mindset of a trader is super important. If you go down, you will see all the stuff that we're looking for to determine the point of interest. All right. You do your arrays, your PD arrays, you do all your fun stuff. But looking at sessions, it is extremely, extremely important. Liquidity drawdown is there on the PD arrays. Okay. Liquidity drawdowns is super important. And it's just eating it out completely, 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 completely. It's still below London. Let's go, familia. Let's go. Making all the money in the world. Let's go. Yes. Making all the money of the world. Let's go. I'm making my office rebuild money right now. Office rebuild money. Office rebuild money. I told you guys exactly what the market was supposed to be doing, right? I told you Elliott wave number 4, correction, that what comes after an Elliott wave number 4, correction, an Elliott wave number 5, and that Elliott wave number 5 extension I mentioned to you guys, we're supposed to go, right? But beside the strategy, beside all of that, is understanding where liquidity is sitting, what really matters. And if you don't highlight these sessions, if you don't highlight if you don't visualize it where liquidity is sitting, you're navigating without, nothing. You need to understand where is that sitting, because now investors are going to be targeting these areas. See what I'm talking about? Who's winning here, familia? Who is winning here? This is what I'm talking about when I said to you guys that every morning, I love to trade market opening because of that reason. The market goes from one area to the next. I should be closing my full transaction here right now because it truly hit what I consider my final TP on my trade. So from the very top, I close 1 to 1 and I keep, adding as the ladder comes down. But I should be closing now. I want to see the market coming down to Asia, but I don't think it might come now. I don't know. It's just there's so many points here, so many points that the market can now react to it and just push the market back up. There's so many points, familia. So many points. So many points. It's just a matter of time. It can react to it now and just push the market up because liquidity is always sitting below or above these points. Listen, not in the exact point, below or above sessions high or sessions low. Okay, so London higher high was there, right? He came here, boom, and look at that reaction to it. You will say, well, if it's a higher high, then sales should be here pushing the market down, right? Because this is a higher high. But you need to think of a person, a trader that sees an emotional trader, because emotional traders also put a stop losses. And he understands that broke this area, pushing the market up. Where do you think they're going to put their stop losses? Their sales orders here, right below this area. And look, this is where the market came, boom, and execute the push. You see that temporary push to the top? But was that enough? Is the question. Was that enough to keep pushing the market higher? It doesn't seem like it so far. I'm looking at all the details of what the market is doing right now. It literally went to a fair value gap, reacted to it, pushing the market down. Now it's pushing the market back up. All these micro transactions is what keep the market going up and down like crazy. Yeah, yeah, exactly. The psychology behind it is what I explain to people. That's what is in my head. The psychology behind the market. And that's why I always close 1 to 1, because it's just very, very, very crazy, like extremely crazy. But I understand very well where the market is going, extremely well. Right now, I'm making a little bit more than 25K a day. I try to keep it like that. 25K a day is good enough. But all these prop firms they're gonna kick me out. I'm expanding to other prop firms now because I don't want to leave all my eggs in one basket. And then I'm not gonna trade prop firms anymore. I'm gonna go back to just doing regular CFDs. No prop firms again. But I'm taking as much as I can. As much as I can. I'll hit it until it lasts. My goodness. He wants to move lower. And if he does, he's gonna come to the where most of the transactions are sitting is right here. And if it comes down, it's going to come to this area now. The New York lower low. Lots of transactions here. A lot of transactions here sitting here. A lot of transactions sitting there. It might just come hard to this section here. This is where everything started here. The New York 24-hour lower low. Already clear London from previous market investors. We will see. Tony says buyers are in. We got to see. We got to see, Tony. But sellers are in control. Buyers were in control. Now sellers are in control. And if you look at the histogram here, it is still at the peak here. You see that? That's a peak. If this was like pushing back in, then I would say, yeah. But now that is not the case. We are still winning. I am not kicked out yet out of my trades on a sell. I should be closing. I already hit the 100% long time ago. But I'm just gonna, one of the things of traders, don't never let the market, don't never close a full transaction. Let the market kick you out. Because I don't know how far this can go. I really don't know. Somebody tells you they know, they're lying. I don't know. I'm working with probabilities, understanding where liquidity is sitting. That doesn't mean he's gonna do that. I don't know if Donald Trump will say in 1 minute something stupid and the market will push up, then everything that I know is in the toilet. So I'd rather keep it simple and just say, I don't know. Que la familia coming to New York, coming to New York, coming to New York. Let's see if it's gonna come a drastic push to clear, or it's just gonna react to it and come higher. Let's see. This is a kill zone from ICT. You see that little square here? I highlight that. But the reality is to me that it goes beyond that 9:30 at least. This is they say 10 a.m. I like to say 9:30, all the way down to 11:30, which is somewhere here. There you go. Donald J. Trump. Say Donald Duck. All right. Let's see. What is the market doing? It is already it went down to the pre-market data low. That's where you want to grab liquidity. And I'm looking at ES 500. Remember, ES 500 drives the market. Always look at ES 500. They went to the pre-market data lowest point and grab data there and grab transactions there and now trying to push the market back up. Now back into London high and reacting to it. like here in this point where it is right now, there's information that I'm not displaying on TradingView, but it's a pre-market data lowest point. It just literally just went there. Pre-market is super important as well. It's also a key point of liquidity. I will give you guys more details about that in another session. How to look at pre-market data. But in my strategy, and I share that template with everyone for the broker. I'm sharing my strategy with you guys. The whole thing that gives me all the money in the world, I share it with you guys for free. Oh my goodness, it's 11 a.m. and I am still here. I should be biking my friends. I should be grabbing my bike, but I'm making money with you guys. I promise you guys, we're gonna be making money here or what? I'm making money or what? My wife said last night to me, she's like, I can see you guys all sitting in one room trading one day. And I said, I would love to see that. I would love to see all of you guys just like a big family in one room one day, just having a vacation somewhere in Switzerland in a nice room. I don't know, with a chef cooking for us, and we just take a trading session. We can go shopping together, all that fun stuff. I would love to see that one day. I want to build people from it. I want to build a few millionaires. That's a personal commitment. And would love to see you guys to share that knowledge with your loved ones and friends, and just keep expanding that. Just keep expanding that knowledge. You know why I do that, because I know how the world will get. I understand, and I can have a vision of the world being so difficult to survive. And most people nowadays, as of right now, need to have 2 and 3 jobs. There I have a restaurant it's a family restaurant close to my house, and I've been taking my kids there since they were little. It's called Bedrock. Yeah, and it's exactly like Bedrock. They give you like the food, like the Flintstones, like that. That's it. We love it. But the people that work there, you know, that's not their only job. They have more things to do across the day. Some of these people work even, 16 hours a day for minimum wage. And when I see that, and I'm like, my goodness, how about if this person can work from home and doesn't have to come? And a lot of times they're like, you know, there's a lot of people in this restaurant. Like a Saturday or Sunday is fully packed. You got to go into a line to go in and have a breakfast. Imagine. And these people there are just, sweating, going like crazy, tips there, and because they need to make as much as they can in those 2 days, because then the rest of the day is very slow. And I'm like, my goodness, what about if you just do an hour a day on this and you don't have to come outside? That's what I want to change. So I'm taking the initiative of, helping. And I hope one of you guys, or maybe 5 or 10, become really, really, really good at this, that you can now educate and share the love to others in the future. Because this whole thing is not just about you. Trust me, it's not about you. You're not trading because you want to trade. You're trading for a reason. And I'm pretty sure it's sitting in your house, probably in bed or probably in school, probably like doing something. And it's your family or, a friend that is sick and you just want to help. And of course, I can't say no, but ourselves, it's a little bit of reward for us. If we want to buy a clothes or buy a vacation, yeah, of course, you reward yourself on your hard work. But most importantly, your family. You're doing this for them. All right. The market is reacting. I want to see the market probably coming. It looks like it's doing a clean Elliott wave too, but if this is an Elliott wave number 2 here, it should come lower. There you go. Lower, lower, lower. Lower, lower, lower it goes. Lower it goes, and then off you go. It might come just to the 24-hour lower low because transactions are sitting here. Transactions are sitting there. But the main target, Familia, Asia. Asia is where most of the transactions are sitting. And it might just come like a rocket there. There you go. 24 hours. Oh, yeah, yeah. New York lower low. Are you coming or are you coming? Mm-hmm. It will come. There you go. There you go. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. No. You want to expand and just seek for the liquidity here. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Ay, ay, ay. Playing with our feelings. Okay, perfect. Oh, yeah, I know. Yes, fair value gap, which is good. The good confirmation that it will come to that, and maybe let's see if it's going to feel it or just react to it. If you're looking at the volume profile, there's an area at the very bottom that is lovely that I know it will be filled up very soon. It is just there, it's tentative for investors to come and just clear it. They will come and clear that entire area there. So don't get desperate. Don't get FOMO because I can see it here. It's a big fight. Big fight. Big, big fight. Let's see. Let's see. What I can see also, these areas at the very top here. Uh-oh. Rene's in the house. What's up, Rene? Now with the right name, right? Switch to my phone now with the right name. Awesome. Liquidity sitting right here at the bottom, Familia, and here as well. The question is going to give us that or not? If you're doing Elliott Wave 5 and understand what an Elliott Wave 5 is, you can say, hey, if this is it, it will try to push the market back up and just do a correction, which is going to consist of another 5-point system, then a zigzag, as you guys know. But if it doesn't, then it's going to seek for liquidity here first. Here in this section, this area here. And if it doesn't respect that, it will come to the next one here. Now you guys understand the importance of seeing where liquidity is sitting. Look. I'm going to expand it this way. So London 24 hours just came through it. New York 24 hours. And the reason why I am so inclined into that is because the option number 3 that I explained yesterday, inducement of price. So it came to this here, and then investors say, wait a minute, but very close to this session, there's more liquidity sitting right here. Why don't we just wipe out this whole area and then we continue to the upside? Why not? Right? That's how investors in a dirty mind think. Oh yeah, there's retail traders sitting putting their stop losses there. Let's just go for that. That will give us fuel to push the market up. Did we fill up these orders? Did we complete these orders that we're supposed to do for today? No, let's do that. Poof, big candle down. Did we complete all the orders? Yes. Then, we don't need that. Buyers are now in control again. Let's just keep buying because this is a good price. That's what flows in the mind of a investor in the stock market. But consider that this is indices. So we have 100 companies right now doing their own thing. And this is just a reflection of what they're doing at the same time. All these companies with different mindsets. But the big ones, the big corporations out there, Nvidia right now is a big one that is doing a lot of the movement. If we go here, if we go back and check in this, it's talking as a seek to halt losing streak at Wall Street. This is really important to read of the news. Digital apes, coffee rally, Trump insists treasury rate turn percentage too high, Nvidia becomes the first. Okay. So it is very important for us to see this. Look at that familia. Apple turn. Ay, Dios mío. Apple open. Remember that when we look at this earlier, it was Amazon, Microsoft, Nvidia, like it was green, but all the other companies, including Apple, turning to a negative, bringing the market down again. So Apple is doing the damage right now. And we can see here these companies thicker. Let's see. Okay, I'm not interested in any of that. If you want, you can have also information coming from there. Advancing, declining, new high. There you go, above S500. This is information about EMAs that you can have in Finbits. The market is wild right now. Again, it went to the pre-market data low. It went back into that low session, the pre-market. I'm going to highlight it for you guys can see it. I'm going to just put it here, a line. I'm going to put it here, a line here. This line here is a pre-market data lowest point based on ES 500. But it is a key point right now for them to come grab liquidity and push the market up. Grab liquidity and push the market up. It will, what I'm seeing here, this pattern, it will try to it's a triangle. It's not my best. I'm not Picasso. I am, not the best drawer in the world, but now you guys can visualize what it's doing. And this line here, it is a pre-market data lowest point. Remember, below lowest point, there's always liquidity. Above highest point, there's always liquidity. So if I'm looking at the pre-market data lowest point, there's liquidity sitting below here, which is forcing the market to move up. Is the question, is it enough? No. So it's going to wait for a break of that area, pushing the market down. seeking for liquidity here at the Asia 24-hour lower point or the New York lower point right here. With most of the transactions that have their stop losses, or remember that a stop loss is an inverse of the original transaction that you have. All right. It did push and broke it. It did come lower as we speak. Oh my goodness. I'm not paying attention to it was a very strong push. My goodness. It was a very strong push. I'm still in a sell, familia. I'm not out of my cell. And my auto trail put me out. Remember, familia, if you're new into the chat, subscribe and hit like. Just hit that like button. It's free. Don't worry about it. I'm giving you free information. Just hit that free like button. All right. So it went to the pre-market data lower point. He grabbed liquidity and now it's pushing the market back up. Wait a minute. For NAS, the pre-market lowest point was actually here. Actually, no, it's right there too. You see how it went to the New York? You see New York? This is New York. Sorry, New York. New York, boom, reaction. See what I'm talking about, familia? New York, boom, reaction. The question is that gonna be enough for the market to push the market back up? Because remember, familia, what I said, Asia here. Price inducement. Always keep that in mind. Price inducement. Yeah. It's gonna come for that Asia low. It's gonna come for it. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. Yeah. I've been trailing stuff since the very top. And I just told you guys were liquidity sitting. I should show it to you guys since things started. And it's been going through that. It's been seeking for that and reacting to that every single time. All we gotta do is wait. All we gotta do is wait. Now it's coming like a rocket. It's coming like a rocket. It went to the New York 24-hour lower low. And let's say if this is gonna be enough for the market to explode to the upside. Because it could be. This could be the move. This could be the move. This could be the move. Yes. Could be the move pushing the market up. It broke the structure here. Oh my goodness. This is crazy town here. It broke the structure and now it's pushing the market back up. Is it gonna come down again? Oh my goodness. This could be the move, Amelia. Oh yeah, I think it is a move. It might be the move. Might be. I don't know. It's fighting the area. Sellers are saying, no, wait a minute. No, you're not. Maybe we should change the shape of this and not let you go. You're not gonna take off. Let's see. No, I can't do that. Let's just leave it like that so I can see. It is definitely a move to the upside now. We grab liquidity again, New York lowest point, and it is doing the move. I'm going to be getting out of this trade very soon. The market is just going to kick me out soon, soon, soon. It looks like they're not going to go after Asia. It could be. They're going to keep it all in-house with New York. So went to the New York 24-hour lower low, grab liquidity, and now it's just pushing the market back up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And this is a correction. Remember, if this is a correction, alleyway number 1, then alleyway number 2, and then we'll go alleyway number 3. There you go. 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 Coming up really, 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 really strong. Yeah, it is definitely the move. It's going to kick me out anytime now. But it's still a win, so it's that's what matters. Wow. Unbelievable. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, coming back down. If it does come back down, we'll be for an alleyway number 2 of that correction. Let's see. Or it might just continue pushing higher. You see how now the histogram here is dying? This is the move, familia of the ages. Yep, he's going up, going up, going up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, familia. The market at this point took me out on my trade because I was doing trailing stuff from the very top. So it was a pretty profitable trade for me. All right, familia. Just keep doing what it's doing, and we're good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. The market is just beautiful. The way it moves is beautiful for me. That beautiful. Perfect, perfect. I'm just looking at the market right now. It is definitely a correction, but what it did, it came to the 24-hour lower low, grabbed the liquidity, and pushed the market up. All right, familia. You guys have any questions for me? Any questions? If you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to end up the session now because I got things to do across my day. But it was always a pleasure to be part of this. All right, familia. I will catch you later. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Take care.